Come on in, come on in. Let me know if you can hear me. It's a pop-up live. I ain't gonna be on here long. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. Smash the like button. It's a pop-up live. Damn. Come on in, come on in. Let me know if you can hear me. Salute, salute, salute. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me? Damn. All right, cool, cool, cool. All right, this is just a quick live. Salute y'all. This is a quick live to the my reaction to the presser. First and foremost, shout out to the Excellency for throwing enough money around and getting this damn thing done. There had to have been so much money involved that these cats could not, I repeat, could not say no. Whoever didn't participate in this event would have been labeled a sucker. Eddie Hearn didn't want no parts of that. Frank Warren didn't want no parts of that. You know what I mean? So when the call came, Salida was in the house. I think that may have been the first time that I've seen all of those guys in the same room, and they shouted out Bob Arum. I'm sure if Bob Arum could have been there, he would have been there. But I'm looking at it, and I was texting Stormy B, man, and Stormy was like, "This is a throwback to the old Don King cards." If y'all go back that far, Don King used to throw some cards, man. This is a throwback card, man. This card is stacked, man. Opataya's on this card, man. I just found out today that Big Baby Miller's fighting. He's fighting Daniel Dubois. Let me park here for a minute. I mean, and salute to everybody on the card. I'm not gonna do a long reaction to it, but I couldn't sum this up in one video, and plus I'm on the move. I knew when they gave Jarrell Miller the mic, he was gonna do something. Like he was gonna say something crazy or whatever and get a reaction. And they brought him in there just to do that. And that's what he did. He made it clear he don't like nobody. Fine. But I need you to hear me out. I need you to hear me out on this. AJ was sitting there when he sat down. He was sitting down like fidgety. He was like shadow boxing for a second, sitting in the seat. I'm like, what's wrong with him? I don't know if that was nerves or what, because Ding Dong, he's in the room with a guy that knocked him out in sparring, a guy that he's about to fight that pretty much knows him fairly well, a guy that tried to kill him in Baby Miller because he popped dirty with 4 different narcotics or whatever. So he blew it, but I think he was scared of Baby, and he's sitting there next to Deontay. So there's 4 things going on in that room, and it's fight or flight. And I was paying attention to what AJ. I was paying attention to his demeanor, and at first, look at this nigga. Look at this fucking unbelievable. I'm looking at his demeanor, and you know it's fight or flight. And it looked like once he got settled down and they gave the mic to Big Baby Miller, Big Baby started talking trash. Deontay started laughing. AJ with the straight face, he was cursing at him. You'll tell him shut the F up and shut up before I come over there and all this other stuff. Daniel Dubois has no mic skills at all. He didn't have no comebacks. He could tell he didn't want to get into a roasting session with Jarrell, because in New York, that's what we do. We stay roasting. But a roast ain't anything. You got to perform in that ring. You understand? So I believe that that's actually going to be a good fight. Jarrell Miller versus Daniel Dubois. Jarrell Miller's going to have to, I don't know what kind of shape he's in. Well, more on that. More of my predictions on that fight later. But I just want to talk about everyone's temperament. Otto Wallin seemed very excited to be there. AJ went from being nervous to being annoyed. And I think he's going to show up. Believe it or not, I liked what I saw from Anthony Joshua. I liked what I saw. I think he's going to show up. I think he's not coming to lose. I mean, I think he's on that type of time like, yo, what's the worst that can happen? And the worst that can happen is what he's already been through. He's been stopped, and he's been outclassed 2 times. Not once, but twice. So what's the worst that can happen? You get knocked out cold? That's coming if you get ring with Deontay Wilder, so don't worry about that. But I liked AJ's energy toward the end. He looked pretty annoyed with the thing. He looked annoyed, like, yo, you know, I can't believe this. People are doubting me, man. And I think he's getting annoyed with that. And that's what I want from AJ. I want him to get annoyed with it. I want him to get annoyed with the situation. I want him to get pissed off that people are doubting him. And I want him to show up and perform. Show up and perform. Be the guy that was marketed to us. Because we never thought that guy was there. I didn't. You know, I didn't. Joseph Parker, you know, there was no bad blood between Deontay. Deontay said he respected him. Joseph Parker said the same thing. I think in the audience that kept talking, and Joseph, I heard Derek Chisora could have been on the card. I heard they approached him to be on the card. I forget for which fight, but I'm glad they didn't. I mean, you know, Derek, you know, he always makes for good action, but I mean, he's fun to watch, but what happens if he does fuck around and win the title? What's that gonna do? You know what I mean? You know, he's like a gatekeeper, good name to have around. Whether he's active or retires or not, I mean, no one really, and no disrespect to him, no one really cares. You know, he's a workhorse. But I liked what I saw from Joseph Parker. He's not coming to lay down either. He's been busy all year long. I heard the people talking about it because D hasn't been in the ring for a year, and they seem to believe that's going to work out to anybody he fights to their advantage. I don't think so. We know who Joseph Parker is. As a boxer, I think we've seen the best that we can see from him. For those of you that don't know, Joseph Parker and Deontay could have fought in the middle of this AJ thing because Joseph Parker had a belt once upon a time. That fight didn't happen because what Deontay spoke about at the press conference today, having his talent is a blessing and a curse. You're blessed with that right hand, but the curse is people really don't want no smoke with you. You know, I'll review all of that if I feel like it. But for those of you that were here all this time, you know exactly what the hell happened. Joseph Parker could have fought. I mean, while AJ and Deontay was going at it, Joseph Parker was hiding in the goddamn bushes. Eventually, he fought AJ, but the ref ain't let Parker work on the inside. That's a whole nother story. Damn, the sun bright as hell. But that's a stacked card, and I haven't purchased anything from DAZN in my life. This right here, yes, that's a yes for me. I'm going to purchase it, And I'm going to enjoy this card. This is a stacked card. We get Opataya, we getting Bivol, we getting Hergovich, we getting Wilder, we getting AJ, we getting Daniel Dubois versus a Big Baby Miller. I'm telling you, that's going to be a fun ass fight, man. That's going to be a fun fight, man. Cornelius, salute, brother. Salute. And salute to the chat. I'm driving right now. I can't do two things at once. Man, salute to you guys, man. Much love. This is just a pop-up live. I ain't gonna be long. I'm actually on my way to the gym. But this is a stacked card. This is a stacked card, man. If you miss this card, you don't like boxing. This is a stacked card. And I think that this is an exclamation point on the year of boxing. When we do our year in review for boxing, I'm telling you, we had some really good things happening in the sport as a whole. And I'm talking about even excluding the, the clown fights, the YouTubers and the Tommy Furies versus KSIs of the world. I didn't pay respect to what they do over there. I didn't pay attention to that. That's not my lane. That's not my lane. Although they did well with sales and everything else, they did well in sales for reasons that have nothing to do with boxing. I mean, I really didn't care for that. But overall, the sport did very, very well as a whole. And I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. And when we do a year in review, it's going to be dope. But this card is so stacked. I'm excited about Opataya, man. I mean, at cruiserweight, he listen, I expect big things from that young man. And it's funny because I got this picture. I'm going to upload it. He's sitting next to Bivol. They look like they related, man. They look like they related. That's how funny it is, man. Bivol gonna put in work. Man, are y'all excited about this card? I'm excited about this card, man. I'm excited about this card. I'm excited about this card. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm really, really looking forward to this, man. This is gonna be fun to watch. But now I'm thinking, damn, man, this year was really good for boxing. It was really good. I mean, we didn't get everything we want, this has been a really good year for boxing. Out of Wallin and AJ, at first I'm like, man, Out of Wallin has the potential to come in and F up the money. He still does. He's a southpaw, he's tricky, and he knows Anthony Joshua. But there was something about Anthony Joshua's demeanor. He wasn't intimidated. Like I said, he seemed annoyed. And you know something? This might shock you guys. AJ, I like that. I like that. I like the fact that he seemed annoyed with it. I like the fact he looked at Big Baby and he was just staring at him like, yo, bro. And it wasn't like a scared, intimidating look. It was like, yo, bro, man, I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you. I'm dead ass. I want to slap. Yo, he really looked like he wanted to put the mitts on Big Baby. And I'm gonna tell you something. Big Baby gotta perform. You're doing this talking. It's great. Everyone expected you to do it. That's great. You gotta win, bro. You gotta win. Because you were supposed to fight AJ and you had several narcotics in your system, bro. I ain't forget that. Man, I was ready to root for you, and I need you to understand that night that AJ took that L. Sorry. Hey, fella, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen carefully, fella. You blew that payday. What Ruiz did to AJ, that was supposed to be you. And you blew it. You blew it. You blew it. I was so ready to that was supposed to be Jarrell Miller that night. We were supposed to have a champion, a unified champion out of New York City by way of Brooklyn. And I was ready to erupt for that brother, and he blew it. And then you see, and I'm sure y'all heard, there's a lot of things that he's been talking about. I didn't give it any energy, but here's why no one's gonna believe you, Jarrell. Because when you got caught with all those drugs, the first thing you did, I think, for the first week to say, All you said was, nah, it's not true, it's not true, it's not true. And then you admitted it. I'm like, damn. Because I didn't want that for you, brother. I didn't want that for you. But you working out with all these bodybuilders, and you're like 6'5", 300 pounds, and you had like this crazy gas tank. People were wondering what's going on, and your response was, hey man, AJ gets testosterone exemptions. All right, cool. The problem is, Jarrell, is that you got caught and he didn't. And if it's an exemption, it's an exemption. But you got caught, he didn't. And I hated that. I really, 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 really wanted Miller to get in there and whoop on AJ, and he blew it. So let's not forget that. So you have another opportunity, all right? You're on this card, okay? And you're getting Daniel Dubois. Now, we're disappointed with Dubois because, look at this. Almost ran this stupid ass over. The reverse lights on, and she's walking behind the whip. Don't you hate it when you got the reverse lights on and mofos just want to walk behind? Listen, I don't see people. I see speed bumps with feet. Stop playing, stupid. Anyway, she blew it. She blew it. He said, big baby mama still fine. I never seen his mother. And AJ was like, yeah, I see you brought your mom again. I see you brought your mom again. I don't know what that's about. But if he gets past Dubois, I wouldn't mind seeing the big baby Miller AJ fight. So if everybody's successful, D got to get past Parker. Remember, it's boxing, y'all. D got to get past Parker. Wallin has to lose to AJ. All right. If AJ decides to play games again, there's a market for a Miller versus AJ fight. I don't want to see it before I see Deontay versus AJ. But Miller got beef for both of those guys. So there's some market to that. Maybe after D and AJ settle whatever they got to settle, whether it's a 1 or 2 fight deal or whatever, Miller could wait. But Miller got to get past Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois has way above average skills. He just, again, I think it's a confidence thing with him. I mean, I thought this guy was heir to the throne, to be honest with you. I said, you know what, forget AJ. This kid, Daniel Dubois, I think this kid quietly is going to sneak in and do some things. And he got in there and lost to Joe Joyce. And I'm telling you, I didn't see that coming. I thought he had all the tools to beat Joe Joyce, and Joe Joyce said, nope, I'm going to beat him with a jab. And he ain't been right since. The Usyk thing, he quit, and that's what everyone kept saying. Oh, if he quits, he has that looming over his head. The skill set is there. He has the tools to beat Jarrell Miller, but I'm sure Jarrell Miller looked at what Joe Joyce did. I don't have to be active. I don't have to chase this guy around. I carry the same power. I don't think Jarrell does, but I think he feels he's going to walk him down and corner him and stop him. And Daniel Dubois has to make Jarrell respect him. You want to get hit? I'm going to hit you. You want to get hit? You got a good chin? I'm going to test it. And I think that if he takes, I think Jarrell says if I take him into deep water, he's done. No. I think that if Dubois takes Miller into deep water, I think Miller's done. You know why? He had that gas tank because he's on PEDs, man. And I don't think the PEDs are in his system. And I think when it's around round 5 or 6 and he's huffing and puffing, like, what's wrong with me? You ain't on that stuff no more. But I could be wrong. We have to see the fights. But this, man, I'm stoked for this. I'm stoked for this, man. I'm stoked for this, man. This is amazing. I like this card. I'm gonna pick AJ over Wallin. I'm gonna pick AJ over Wallin. because I saw something in AJ today. I got a good look at him, and he seems annoyed with this thing, and he feels disrespected. And I believe, did you peep when he told Eddie Hearn, well, you're my promoter. You don't want to ask me no question. You're my promoter. He seemed annoyed from the moment he sat down. And I said, what's up with him today? I need him. That's the Anthony Joshua I need. Annoyed with everything. Pissed off that people are talking shit about him. I need him aggravated. And I need him in a frame of mind saying, let me not remind him, because I was never sold on him. Let these cats who don't believe in myself, let me let them know who Anthony Joshua is. I'm going to pick Anthony Joshua over Otto Wallin for two reasons. I think he's fed up. And I think he needs to prove to the world that he's not afraid of Deontay Wilder. And I really think he's going to cowboy up. That's just me. Now, it's boxing. I could be wrong. Parker versus Wilder. That shit is over in 4 rounds. I think Wilder's going to knock his head off. There's my prediction. It's boxing. That's the disclaimer. It's boxing. But I don't think Parker beats Deontay Wilder. That's just my opinion. But this card is awesome, man. This card is awesome, man. More of this. This is boxing, y'all. I like this. So let me choose the winners, and I might break it down as we get closer. I got Opatai beating. He's fighting some dude named Zorro, I think. I got Opatai beating him. I'm really high on Opatai. I got Opatai winning. Oh wait, is that Zorro dude? Forgive me. I got Bivol winning, just because. I got to get back to you on Miller versus Dubois. I got to get back to you on that. I got AJ beating Otto Wallin. I got Deontay smoking Joseph Parker. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. Ain't I? I'm forgetting something. Oh, Hrgovic. I got Hrgovic winning. His caveman looking ass. I got Hrgovic winning. Hey, Corey Yellowman Jackson, I ain't see you in a minute, man. What's good, brother? Yeah, Otto Wallin ain't no pushover. And I was concerned because I'm like, I'm still concerned. I'm thinking, yo, man, he could mess up the money. Everybody wants AJ versus Deontay. But there's something I saw in Anthony Joshua today. Listen, I could be wrong. I don't know everything. But there's something I saw in him. I was looking like, is that the eye of the tiger? Could it be? He looked like he wasn't ready to back down, man. You know what I mean? Steph Brown says Otto might spoil it. He might. I don't like this fight, to be honest with you. I didn't like this. I didn't like this fight at all. I didn't like it. I said, yo, why him? Why Otto Wallin, man? Oh, my God. But if you missed it, it should be up on the DAZN page. I watched the whole thing, man. It was nice, man. It was nice. Jarrell Miller tried to steal the show. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. If Big Baby gets his head boxed in by Dubois, if Dubois like knocks him out or something, listen, man. This is gonna be crazy, man. This is gonna be crazy. But I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. They said Shady Girl said, "I the possum." Man, y'all ain't right. But listen, man, I'm heading to this gym. I just wanted to give my thoughts on that. You know what I mean? More on it probably tomorrow. Yeah, man, I'm really, when it settled in, when I left my crib, I was like, yo, I'm really hyped for this card. This is a damn good card. The only thing is, on DAZN, Since everyone likes to like count pay-per-views and stuff and you can't see anything, watch DAZN release pay-per-view numbers if this thing does over 1 million, which it should. Boxing fans, it should, but you already know what time it is, man. But we gonna speak on it, man. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? And Bronx on deck, man. I'll catch you on the rebound. Peace.